Today I'm going to be refinishing this trash dresser I found on the side of the road using this textured wallpaper. Another day, another trash find. Look at what I just found. Unfortunately, this dresser does come with damage because this fuzzy little texture right here is particle board. Some people shy away from refinishing furniture that isn't made of real wood, but you can still make great profit as long as you get creative, and I'm going to show you how. Because I got this dresser on the curb for free, I expected some nastiness, so with every flip I do, I always start off cleaning by using a degreaser, and then I will be using these scrub brush attachments that I got off Amazon that fit right into my drill. They act as a drill attachment and they are amazing at saving your hand from scrubbing and really get all of the gunk off all of the nasty furniture. And to get this water damage repaired, the first step is always going to be to sand down the damage until it is completely flat. So right now I'm going in with this Bondo all-purpose spot putty. This is a two-step process. It is the best at getting rid of large areas of damage. So right now, this is where the particle board has bubbled up. And so in order to get rid of that, I've got to completely fill that and then sand it down smooth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and then I'm going to add in this cream hardener. It's a two-step process and I will mix it around. And it is a really fast drying way to repair damage. So you've got to act really quick. I like to work in small segments because it dries so fast. I'm talking like 5 minutes. You definitely want to make sure you get gloves on and mask up because it is super chemically. When you're dealing with damage to particle board like this, you definitely want to make sure you sand it flush before you do any kind of repair work. It's going to look worse before it looks better. As you're sanding, you'll probably realize more particle board is popping through, but just trust the process because that particle board needs to be completely flat before you start the repair work. And as you can see by scuff sanding, I revealed a lot more particle board, but all of these areas were bubbled up, probably due to moisture, so all of this needed to be flat and repaired before I could paint. After the Bondo had completely dried, I then went back over all the areas of repair with my sander until everything was flat to touch. To get your paint to properly stick to fake wood pieces such as particle board or laminate, it is absolutely crucial that you go in and scuff sand and then use primer. Anytime you're repairing large damage, especially ones that involve water damage, you always want to make sure that you apply primer before you paint. Primer will reveal any areas of damage that you need to fix and go back through and repatch, and it also is going to help your paint have something to grip onto. My plan for this dresser is to use this textured wallpaper, so it's actually paintable. I'm going to apply it along all of the drawers using this Mod Podge. I am a little bit nervous because the trim around the drawers is not removable. It's just a part of how the drawers come together, and so I am going to have to just really focus on making accurate cuts with my razor blade. I'm going to have to cut off the excess wallpaper inside of the drawers, and I'm going to hope that it turns out okay. If not, this could be a total flop, but we will see. To be continued. So now I'm just going through and dusting off this drawer. I don't want anything on here that's going to cause bumps in the wallpaper once I secure it into place. So we are just getting rid of all of the excess dust and particles since it's just been sitting out in my carport for a while. One thing I had to do I'm a little bit nervous about, this was too short for this long drawer, so I had to cut off extra wallpaper. I'm going to try my best to get it to line up without seeing that it's two separate pieces, but we're going to see how this works. So I don't want any of these Mod Podge particles sticking out, so I'm just trying my best to flatten them and smooth them so you don't see any clumps from the glue. Okay, here we go. I'm just using this roller to flatten out any bubbles and make it apply evenly. This is about to be the tricky part. I'm gonna have to line it up evenly on the drawer. As I'm applying this wallpaper to the drawer, you'll notice that my cuts aren't perfect and even, but that's okay because my razor blade is going to be where I really trim it in and make it align perfectly. And please learn from my mistake here. Make sure that the wallpaper has completely dried on the drawer before you try to cut it with a razor blade. I attempted to cut it before it was dry, and the glue from the Mod Podge was just sticking and causing the cuts to kind of mess up, and I had to reapply a lot of drawers. I'm also applying Bondo to the sides of this dresser to try to cover up the holes from the slats that were originally designed into this piece. I wanted everything to be smooth and even so that when I applied the wallpaper, you wouldn't see those lines underneath. To make sure the wallpaper goes on smooth and evenly to the sides of this dresser, I'm using a grout float. This eliminates any bubbling that happens and is great for wider surfaces. I chose to apply my paint using a paint sprayer to get that smooth and professional finish, and this is perfect when you're painting areas that have details because it gets into all the crevices. The last step was adding in the hardware, and I am loving how the finished piece turned out. The water damage is gone, and the piece now looks so much more modern and refreshed. Let this be a reminder that even fake wood pieces made of particle board still have potential to be beautiful again. My only question is the paint color. What do you think? Should I have gone a darker green?